So Toni, you are somebody who is symbolic of a true success story as an entrepreneur, but as a Korean American too, because we don't hear these stories very often, that Korean Americans have taken something from beginning to end with such great success. So being that person, you know, and people looking at you in that role, I mean, how does that, I'm curious, how does that make you feel?
It comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I do feel like I have a little bit of weight on my shoulder now that, you know, a lot of people, I just feel like I have to be the best of a representative of a Korean person wherever I am around the world. And, you know, I'm happy to, you know, I'm always happy to represent. I love, you know, I'm a 1.5 generation. Right. I came to US when I was 13 years old. So when I came to this country, I was a full-bred Korean person, a full-bred Korean woman. So also, I became a naturalized US citizen when I was in my early 20s. So I'm also a very proud American.
Right.
So I want to take the both of the best country, you know, Korean heritage, American culture, the best of the both world, and blend the two, and always be the best person that I can be.
Your Korean background, though,
Right.
I'm sure had a lot of influence in the way you dealt with challenges and growing your business, because you started in your mom's business, right?
Right.
So you were already working at a very young age.
Yeah, I started working since I was 14 years old. Yeah. And I worked in the family business until I was 25 years old. It's very typical in an Asian culture for a daughter to stay home, live under your parents' roof, and until you get married, and you work in the family business. And I just, you know, I took that classic step. But one thing that I learned is the work ethic, which is the most important. You know, people say work smarter, not harder. But these days, everybody is super intelligent and everybody is working smarter and harder. The only way to beat your competition is by working even smarter and harder than harder. That's the only way we could do it. One thing my mom taught me, you know, is to be honest, which is very important. So I always say my handshake is better than a contract. If I shook hands, that's it. To me, it must be delivered, whatever that I have promised.
When it comes to business, obviously you have been hugely successful, selling your first business, NYX, to L'Oreal for reportedly $500 million. And now you're on your second project, Perverse Sunglasses.
Right.
So you clearly are nowhere near finished with your work.
I feel like I'm so young to retire. I actually did try retiring. So when I sold my first company, NYX Cosmetics, I was 41. But I started the company when I was 26. So I had the company for 15 years, and I ran the company. I went to work every day, and it was just part of my life. When I sold the company, I thought I was ready to retire. All I wanted to do was, I just wanted to sit by the beach and have my margarita and just not think about work constantly. Because when you're an entrepreneur, there's no off day or off time. You're working 24/7, whether your body is physically at office or not. So I thought I was ready to retire, and I did. And I was miserable.
Yeah.
Like,
it wasn't for you.
No, it wasn't for me because when I'm not being productive, I feel like I'm not adding value to the society, and I feel like as a human being, we should all add value to your country, to friends, to people, to everything. You have to add value. And I just felt like I wasn't adding any value, and I had no self-identity. So I was retired for a cool 365 days. It took me exactly 1 year, like literally 1 year to the day, to kind of come up with the idea of my second company. That was August 1, 2015. Set up an office in October 2015 and launched in April 2016.
Right.
So.
And
I was retired for 1 year and had to come out of it.
What kind of advice, then, do you give for up-and-coming entrepreneurs who are Korean American, who may not have the confidence or may think, I can't do this or I can't take this risk?
Oh
What
my
do you
God.
say to them?
Everybody can do it. Like, with all the obstacles that I had, if I can do it, I am minority, I am a woman, I was young when I started the company, English is my second language. Like, I have every obstacle I had every obstacle not to succeed, and if I can make it, so can you, so can everybody. Just make sure to set a short-term goal rather than a long-term goal. Of course, you would have like one massive at the end of the tunnel type of a goal that you want to accomplish. But till you get there, you set a short-term goals because you think you've done your research in the business and you put up this 100-page business plan. I guarantee you're going to have to tear off 99 pages out of it because it is never going to be the way you thought it's going to be.
Right. So you got to be flexible.
Very flexible.
Yeah. So tell me, when you hear about a group like the Council of Korean Americans, how does that resonate with you? I mean, what do you think this kind of group can do for our community?
It's so refreshing to know about Council of Korean Americans. I'm just so shocked that I've never heard of this group until this year. And it's really refreshing for me that there are a lot of these like-minded Korean people. I think we need to have a little bit of a bigger voice. I think Korean people are very well-mannered people, but our way of well-mannered is only understood in a culture where everybody shares that common well-mannerism. I think in US, we have to be a little more demanding. We have to communicate exactly what we want. In Asian culture or in Korean culture, when you kind of voice what you want, you could come across, people could take you as being greedy, but it's not so in this country. And I think Council of Korean American are here to be the voice of every Koreans.